And
Yeah.
how you doing, man?
So I wanted to start this one off a little special. I think normally on the YouTube it's no video, it's just the one frame of the thumbnail for the whole thing, but I think for this section I think we do need to have the video in here for this. I apologize for any editing that may cause, but something serious has happened.
Something serious has happened.
Something serious has happened. We are
Talk to me.
my heart has been broken,
Uh-oh.
right? I've experienced deep tragedy, okay?
Okay.
An extreme loss, if you will.
Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
I'm not doing good, okay? I just want us all to take a moment to pay our respects to Trevon Diggs, a player that gets too much hate. When I thought about the Cowboys these first 2 weeks, I thought we had a chance to have an historic defense. I really did. And I don't think I should be blamed for that thought after those 2 weeks. But this loss, I think it's tragically hurt those chances. I don't blame his injury, or I don't excuse our loss on his injury. I'll get into that in a minute, but I want to take a moment here.
R.I.P. R.I.P. is season, not R.I.P. He's okay. He's not dead. He'll be here next year. But it's
But we needed him for what we want to do. With Mike McCarthy calling plays, we might have needed a defense that scored every single week. And if there's one player on this team that can turn the ball over, that can take the ball away from the other team, it's this cornerback with the best hands of anyone else in his position. Thank you.
thank you. That's powerful. That was powerful.
And this week was very frustrating. I guess first of all, the Cardinals, even just after the first two games, it was apparent that this team is probably better than we expected. Maybe not. Maybe due to the talent on the roster that they probably still could have been Caleb Williams um like area in terms of the draft, like that could
Right.
still be a possibility. But it was just like, okay, they're playing way harder and looking better than anticipated.
Right.
And maybe by the end of the year, people might need to apologize to their head coach.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I'm almost ready to give Jonathan Gannon an apology. But
he's yeah, he's I mean, we should have known he's from Nick Sirianni's coaching tree, and this is a similar thing happened with Sirianni, where when he does a press conference,
oh,
people are like, "Oh, this guy's kind of weird. He's not going to work," and then he's okay.
I vividly remember the things people were saying about like I don't know, some people were trying like tying it back into Eric Bieniemy somehow, but like I guess the argument was like you're telling me Bieniemy's not good in interviews, but then this you can't tell me this guy walked in there and just commanded the floor. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's probably that's a fair point honestly because
yeah.
yeah, he was nervous as shit. And also, the side note, this is I don't dislike him or anything, but Nick Sirianni has by far and away the most punchable face in the league. Like I don't
Oh,
know
I
what it
mean,
is.
I'm
I
a
just
Cowboys fan, so there's a bias, but I
well
don't.
for sure,
I
but
like him as a
like
coach because I
yeah,
respect him, but I don't like him at the same time.
I look at him and I'm like
But yeah, but for back to the
I
Cardinals,
want to hit him. I want to hit him.
the Cowboys, the Cowboys were down their three most important offensive linemen as well. That definitely played a huge part. It also played a big part in the penalties where we gave up over 100 yards in penalty yards, which is
Oh, that's
very
brutal.
bad. But we're out Tyler Biotish, our center, being out your starting center. He's not like a top tier center, but your center is very important to your offensive line. Him being out, big deal. Zach Martin, our best offensive lineman, best guard in football, was out. Tyron Smith was out. Like that is
So
tough.
many injuries.
That is tough. We still rushed for let's see here, 185, but that was because we just kept running it. And this is what annoyed me the most. And this is when I turned off the TV. I think there was about 6 minutes left in the game. We're down 2 scores. We're either in the red zone or just outside of the red zone to score. give our defense a chance to give us the ball back and go down and score again and try to win the game. But we just kept running the ball over and over and over again. And next thing I know, we're staring down the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
And I'm like, Mike, what the fuck? It was so frustrating to me. I'm like, we have to score quickly.
Yep.
We have to score quickly. If the throws don't work, we can blame. Yeah, Dak's going to get blamed either way if we win or lose. So just start throwing the ball.
Yep.
I get that, we had better luck running the ball in that game than throwing it up until that point.
Yep.
The Cardinals secondary did play very well, but you just have to. And he just didn't run out of time. It was very. So I don't even know what happened in the last couple of minutes because I get so invested into these games. I've talked about it. I let them get to me too much.
Yep.
And what that has resulted is me being like, okay, I have to turn this off or I'm going to go to an unhealthy anger level.
It only took us until week 3 for both of us to turn the game off before it was over.
Yeah.
Wow. Normally, I almost never do that for losses.
I do that. I do that a lot. I do that pretty frequently, so it's nothing surprising on my end.
Well, we were getting
I do
our
it.
shit
Oh my
kicked
god!
in, so the only reason
the Mavs. You don't even want to see what happened with me in the Mavs last season when we just imploded halfway through the season.
Yeah.
That shit had me furious.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Dallas Wings. I think they're down 0-2 right now, but I almost turned off one game because they got so down their first playoff game, but they ended up coming back from like 20 points.
Good shit.
Made it worth keeping on. Shout out ladies. Shout out to the ladies. But yeah. I'm just looking through the stat sheet right now, like trying to think of what all I need to say. I mean, I know that some stuff has been talked about running at Micah Parsons, that being the key. It's just weird because when I watch, I don't even see him necessarily being bad in run defense.
Yeah.
He's almost like how Trevon Diggs was in coverage, where it's like either Diggs is getting an interception or he's giving up a decent bit of yards.
Yeah.
It's like either Micah Parsons is getting a tackle for loss
or giving up 10 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 10 yards, once it reaches 10, maybe the first 5 are his fault, maybe the next 5 aren't, but it just.
Did you see the play where like Micah was lined up at D tackle and Leighton Vander Esch was on the edge?
I think I did. I do remember seeing Vander Esch can rush occasionally. I don't hate
but I mean,
doing that.
Like Micah at D tackle is just obscene.
When it's a passing, when it's a obvious passing situation, he's actually really good from that spot. I mean, rushing the passer, if it's an own rushing, Mike is going to be good wherever you line him up.
Of course, because he's Micah Parsons.
I just don't remember what the surrounding circumstances of that play was. So I can't comment on that, but I don't know. I mean,
I
the
just
Cardinals,
saw a screenshot of the pre-snap lineup. I thought it was hilarious.
If you told me that we have this loss before the season started, I would have been so angry, and I still am angry. But seeing how the Cardinals played the first 2 weeks, even in losses, it's less angering. But the biggest problem right now for the Cowboys is our red zone offense. I think against the Jets we were like 2 of 6 in the red zone, which is not good enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I really have to say. We just have to get better on the red zone offense, and I don't want to freak out too much because, like I said, we were down 3 offensive linemen. We do have a new play caller, so there is going to be some new stuff going on that we might have to adjust to.
Right.
So I don't want to hit the panic button right now. Every good team has a bad loss like this. They get one a season. They get one a season. A bad loss, obviously, not just a loss, period, but one bad loss. Because I think last year, did the Chiefs lose? Because I think they've lost to them before, but did the Chiefs lose to the Colts last year?
I think that was a couple years ago with like the Jacoby Brissett game, the legacy game or whatever.
I remember that one.
16.
I felt like
that was like 2019 or something.
I felt like they did it last year too.
Maybe I don't remember who Kansas City lost to last year. I'm not particularly well versed.
I'm gonna see if I can find it because I feel like, because my thought process was that I think they had done it last year, and the Colts had the 4th pick. And the Chiefs went on to win the Super Bowl. I mean, this could be the wrong example. I really feel like that's what happened, but I'm not entirely certain.
Yep.
But every good team I think throughout the season gets one bad loss. It's better if it's at the beginning of the season because it's easier to
Yeah, you get to work it out.
move on from that.
Yeah.
It's it's more concerning when it's later in the season. But even if it's later in the season, you sleep up the wheel one time, shit happens.
Yeah.
This is a loss that I can. It's the one bad loss.
Yeah,
If
you
we
can
have another
stomach
one,
this.
I hit the panic button.
Yeah.
And the panic button for me is like
We're
right
no
now.
longer contenders. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now I still feel like we are Super Bowl contenders. I really do feel that way.
Yeah.
Especially projecting out that our offense might be able to gel a little bit better. Play calling might we figure out what works and what doesn't with Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy. He hasn't called plays in a while, so I'll give him a little bit of time. But
He needs
yeah,
it.
that was bad, and I really don't have I don't have anything else to say.
The Chargers do play at SoFi. I'm an idiot.
Okay,
Okay.
not an idiot.
No.
You're wrong about one thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
Both
you an
LA
idiot.
teams share.
You
SoFi.
suck dick one time. You're not gay.
Don't make me gay. Chef got to taste his
Yeah.
own food or whatever. I don't know. If I cook one time, does that make me a chef?
No.
So if I suck dick one time, I'm cool.
It depends if you like it.
Well, yeah,
Side note:
if you like it,
if you
keep
liked it,
going.
you're gay, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well, if you like it, then you keep going. You realize you still like it. Yeah. I think there's something to be said there. I don't
Like,
know.
but what if you weren't even like, I don't like him. It's just I just like sucking dick.
Well, that makes you. I feel like that'd be gay.
It's a gay action, but
Well, no,
But does it
because
make you gay?
well, are you attracted to that particular part of the anatomy? If so, yes.
what
Even
if it's
you
just
don't
like,
him.
what if you're like, it's not an attraction thing. It's just fun to make a dude come. You're like, I don't get off to this. You're like, I'm not horny. It's just fun to make a dude come.
I guess that's not gay. I don't know.
'Cause
Maybe
you're
that's
not
just,
like
that's just a
you're not getting
hobby.
sexual
It's
gratification
just a
from it.
hobby
You're
at
just
that
like,
point.
dude, when he fucking rolls his eyes back, it's so funny.